My name is Caroline Poynton. I'm going to record this today off YouTube because, no offence, but you see all these things, yeah? The Sikhs, yeah? I'm not being funny, but you haven't done enough. And then they're saying, oh, they're scared for about their community. How are they scared about their community? It's not happened to anybody from in their community, from any white person. So what are they fucking talking about? I'll tell you what this is. They've probably seen fucking Muslims getting all the money off the fucking governments for the mosques to be protected and all this. And the Sikhs have got a bit fucking jealous and thought, oh, how are we going to get some money off the government? Oh, well, we'll get one of ours to stab someone to death. Murder them to death. Then we'll go, oh, and play the fucking victim card for themselves. Say, oh, look, we need some money for protection. Fuck off, let's just deport a fucking lot of them. They don't want to give up the fucking, whatever. We'll go back to India, because they're not welcome in England. They're not. And as for this wog trying to cut somebody's head off, well, we need to worry up the patriot people. I'll tell you, because what I've seen about Italy, they want to cut the Pope's head off in the Colosseum in Italy and make it into a bloodbath. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not advocating for any violence. But if we don't do what I'm saying before jihad, whoever it is get and do that, then we're fucked. That's it. Then we are controlled. They will take over and control everything, which we already are. I wish they'd stop saying governments as well, because we don't have a government. We've been taken over by terrorists. They're not being run by a government, it's a terrorist organisation. Labour is the front name for the terrorist name. So we don't have any governments. We also, everybody keeps forgetting about this one person, the elephant in the room, and I don't know what this thing is with people on YouTube not wanting to talk about it. Because to tell you what, I'm not fucking scared of talking about it, because I don't see what can they fucking do anyway. To be only fair. Because they're advocating to kill the Pope's head off. So, I'm not advocating for violence. What I'm advocating for is it politically. This has got to be done because it's in the Bible. He's a murderer. He's sworn an oath in the Church of England. He's changed his religion, King Charles. Right? He's basically broke the fucking law and everything. He's a murderer. He's a fucking pedo. Basically, he's changed his religion to Islam. He is the fucking devil poltergeist. King Charles is the devil poltergeist. He is the poltergeist. The devil. And the only way to get rid of the fucking devil and poltergeist is to execute them. And I don't care what anybody thinks about what I'm saying, because I'm correct and, AI trying to say violent or whatever. No, AI. This isn't violence. This is political. This is political. One of my family, I've got 1,500 years worth of family history. My ancestors and things, my granddads and whatever, right? Someone had their head chopped off, Henry. Sir Boynton Henry. Yep, for rebelling against the king. And also the kings have had their heads chopped off by the people as well sometimes in the past. So they can't be telling us it can't be done because they're advocating for it anyway. So I'll tell you what we might need to do. Before they get hold of the fucking Pope and do it to the Pope, we need to get hold of King Charles. And we need to chop his fucking head off. Because he's caused it all as well. Yeah, it is. Yeah, King Charles. Don't try and think that King Charles is not involved. Oh, he's damn well involved. Before Tony fucking Blair. He started it with Tony fucking Blair, King Charles. And then they're lying, telling us, oh, he's not political. Yeah, he is. What's the letter to Ed Miliband and all of this bullshit? What about the fucking, him going on about the illegals to Rwanda and all of this? It's King Charles. And there isn't, I think this has gone too far. I think the governments and the people know it's gone too far and there's not much they can do about it. Because they've sold us down the fucking river to Islam. And King Charles had changed, he converted to Islam. Yeah, they're trying to deny it, saying there's no evidence. The fucking is. The evidence is in front of us. And then and nobody's speaking about why the king meant to be our Church of England. Praise the fucking God. Hasn't come out and said a speech for Henry. I'm not saying he's got to do it for every person that's probably going to get stabbed. No, we're not. But he never did one for them girls either. For them children that got stabbed. So I don't have no mercy about saying what I'm saying. I don't feel fucking guilty at all. What I feel is that God is by my side. And God is by my side on saying what I'm saying about King Charles. And the only way we're getting this sorted is we have to execute some of them. Sorry, we have to execute them and they have to go. And we have to get to King Charles before they get to the Pope. Well, I think that's how it is, because if they get to the Pope, then we're fucked. If they get to the Pope and chop the Pope's head off, then they win, don't they? Obviously, that's what they're trying to say. And it's not advocating for violence, AI or whatever, because I put it into AI, what I said on one of my other videos, and it's saying violence, and I'm telling AI, don't fucking call it violence. You don't call it violence when Jihad wants to do it now, do you? Well, I'm kind of agreeing with Jihad a bit, actually, because they want to chop the Pope's head off. Well, I'm quite agreed that I think his head should fucking come off, because he sold Italy down the river to Islam. Same as King Charles, I think, same as a couple of these kings and monarchies around the world, in Europe and that. Right? So I kind of agree. So I'm only submitting to what Jihad really want. Jihad wants to chop the Pope's head off. Well, I'm submitting into chopping King Charles's head off. So how is that advocating for violence? Thank you. Let's get back to my video.
Get out into people.
And they want fucking protection.
I
think we should just fucking be part of them.
I'm not perfect. I'm not going to get everything
Neither am I perfect, mate.
But I will present
but I don't go and say to someone that's died in a horrific way, or anybody that's died, I'm going to go and piss and spit on the grave and anything else. Filthy bastards.
That is all plausible.
Filthy fuckers.
I will always present you my honest interpretation of facts, free from any influence.
I've got this. What I mean, I'm not influencing anything, but this has got to be influenced because we've got to deal with this.
Community has come out, and I
don't know what people are scared of talking about it for either, because I'm not.
Feel that they are
fucking scared of King Charles. Fucking poltergeist.
Are justified in thinking that
no,
way,
they're not justified. They could have advocated for the death penalty.
World, especially in the UK,
but
is
no,
changing. And
yeah.
let me give you my honest opinion. I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. If anything, it is going to go more and more towards the right. And the people who are used to getting special privileges...
Well, it's not going to be an overnight job doing this with King Charles. We need thousands of people. We need people that can get into...
The Sikhs are much better behaved.
And we have to do it. It's got to be done correctly. Scarborough Castle is having it done.
It's completely different. So let's just stick to the UK. In the UK...
In a political way, not in a violent way.
Underrepresented.
Politically.
In Britain's prison population.
What is allowed to be of the law of the land of the law.
Communal grounds.
For treason and sin in the Bible, it's death, and murder, it's death.
They would give food to homeless people, unlike,
King Charles has had his chance to get off the crown.
They behave much better than the other.
Yeah, they do, I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they haven't.
It still doesn't mean that people...
But on the other hand, mate, they haven't behaved better than any... They haven't even behaved better than the Islamists. They're not even behaving better than Jihad.
And apologised
No, that was alright to him, but there's some of the other people, mate, going on TikTok or wherever it's on. And I think that's the worst of fucking jihad. Saying they're gonna piss and shit on Henry's grave. Mate, I don't care. I hope whoever says that is fucking poltergeist and the devil. I hope they see fucking Hitler. Oh, I do. I hope they see the devil, mate, for saying it.
Has been reported in the media in the last 2 weeks. He was convicted of murder and he was sentenced today to 21 years. Right. So it's a long video clip. I'm not going to play the entire video clip. They have unconditionally apologized, but at the same time, poltergeist. They're saying now we should not be punished for 666 actions on the fucking heads of devils. Privileges should not be taken away. The privileges should be taken away. They should be departed. We are simply ending the culture of giving special privileges. Completely different ways of looking at it. And they're saying that the natives are not allowed to be angry. And let me show you. Okay, now that I've shown you the good side, but it's not all rosy. Okay, let me show you the bad behavior of some Sikhs.
Do that to our grave. Why don't they say that about fucking King Charles?
You don't have the numbers on your side. If you think
why don't they fucking do it to King Charles, Keir Starmer, then if that's tough? I was going to say, mate, why can't they get through number fucking 10 and take them out? Because I tell you what, they won't get no complaints.
In teaming up with Muslims, because Muslims are trying their absolute best to team up with other brown, create a united brown or non-white front.
They trying to do it with the Africans as well.
Together. So that's not
and that one's going to burst out of its bubble because I'm bursting it.
It's not going to work out again.
The Europeans and the English didn't slave the Africans. Or if we did slave them, it wasn't brutally.
Yeah?
It was in a way to make the Africans survive. We were taking, I was going to say, some of the people in England were probably taking these people so they didn't get slaughtered to death by Muslims.
They were saying that some of us are
in Africa because they're still doing it now.
Sikhs in the UK. Our great-grandfathers fought. Even our grandfathers were.
My great-great-granddad, mate. I've got 17 or 18 great-granddads that all belong to Yorkshire, that have all been in wars.
And you have still
down to my granddad.
Sikh identity and you haven't assimilated. It's not an attack on Sikhs.
No, they can go on, mate, back to India.
On British society itself. Why?
And then they tried to say he's British. That other one, he's not fucking British. And do you know what, mate? What pissing me off here? I'll tell you what's pissing me off even more with this Henry case. How come we've got a picture of the mother, but we don't have a picture of the father and the brother, of what they look like? How come they're not showing what they look like and their identity as much? I wonder why.
Let's find some common ground. No. So, as a
deport them.
This is what's happening.
That's what we need to do.
This guy's speaking with a British accent.
Deport him as well to the fucking Indian jail in India. I'm not saying the person that murdered somebody should be deported and let out onto any street from around the world. You shouldn't be allowed to be allowed out on the street in any part of the world. What I'm saying is they haven't got fucking jails in India, right? So why don't they? Yeah, they can go to jail, alright, but they can go to fucking India. They can put him in the jail in India. Well, why don't they speak to India? Well, they've been doing dodgy deals all this time, every other thing, so why don't they do a dodgy deal and take a couple of places in the jail, India and Pakistan and wherever, so we can put these people, these type of people, which should be the death penalty. They shouldn't even be able to put him anywhere because he should be 6 foot fucking under. I mean, if it was in America, they probably would have shot him. But then again, they didn't have the knife on him, did he? So that's the point. But it would have been a lot more brutal if it was America with him. Not fucking pantsying about giving him food and all that. Why am we not seeing the fucking identity of the brother and the dad? Well, yeah, what? So they could be walking amongst anybody. I don't give a fuck. We want their identity, pedo Starmer. And we want them gone. We don't have to give us their identity, do you? Just fucking deport the bastards.
He thought that he can call in to national radio this is LBC, and he can say this without any repercussion. Then let me tell you, there are no repercussions. There is a blowback. There will be a cultural repercussion. Calls like these or behavior or the behavior of
well,
Sikhs
I
like
just
these
hope that
is
the English people.
restarting a new
I was going to say I don't know what they're doing, mate, but I just hope that English people don't fall for them. Don't get angry at them. Don't please anybody go do anything. We know we know what's happening, but apart from obviously if you see someone stabbing someone to death or something, yeah. Well, we're all gonna, even if I see that, I mean, it could happen. It could happen anywhere. So I've not seen it yet because I'm not going out my fucking house to fucking find out. That's why. Until the day when I'm marching to fucking Buckingham Palace to get King Charles out. No, we have to get this politically. And I don't think there's any other way of dealing with this stuff. Because King Charles is advertised for it, he's involved with it, he's started it, he's been paid for it. Well, anybody else got any other ideas than getting King Charles out? Off that throne. Because he's not the king, he's not English, he's not British.
Which is...
They're liars.
Which is pride in your national identity, which is pride in your British roots.
But we're not allowed to be able because King Charles, because he's Muslim. Changed his religion, you see.
Listen
bowing down to Islam, so...
To LBC.
We'll chop his head off and we'll fucking place it into... and kick it to Saudi Arabia.
To make sure no one comes near that space. And I'm going to protect the perimeter. I am a trained person. And if anyone brings any violence towards my house and my house of prayer...
And nobody said violence. You're the only ones that... They're the only ones that are saying violence, mate.
We've had the Sikh... Well, I mean, obviously...
The English native people, I've not heard anybody saying anything violent.
We need to...
And then they're saying that I'm violent. Well, is he violent, what he's saying?
I mean, actually, I think it is. Isn't that the problem? In Australia, for example, we've been asking for castle laws, which means that if someone breaks into my house and I use extreme force, injure or kill him, then I should not be held accountable. Whereas currently, if someone breaks into our house, and I'm assuming it's very similar in the UK as well, that if someone breaks into your house and you fight back, then you could go to prison.
Yeah.
If the invader is arrested. So
a farmer that shot to get a boy.
Self-defense, I think, is punishable, or at least if it's the white person.
Let's hope that this doesn't spill out into people attacking Sikhs.
I don't think it won't be for people like yourself as well. Like I've told my African friends, black African friends. I've told some of my white Muslim friends, my white Pakistani friends. I said, listen, you think this is just about targeting on me? Targeting the whites and the Jews, right? Yeah, it is.
Is there a problem with his use of word rage? Because when Nigel Farage said cold rage, which actually means just be quiet.
Be quiet and shut up, basically, yeah, obviously. But at the end of the day, right, I don't know where they're talking like that because they're the only ones that are advocating for violence in this situation.
Absolutely raging with what I'm seeing at the moment.
Is there a problem?
Why is he raging with what he's seeing at the moment? What is he seeing at the moment apart from a young man, that bastard there, stabbed to death?
Use the word rage because when Nigel Farage said cold rage, which actually means just be quiet, don't do anything, just hold that. Just make a mental note of that and do not...
I was going to say, hold on tight because poltergeist will pull us all down. Let's hold on tight and plan this properly, the native people. It's got to be planned properly because we've got to get some justice. And anybody got any better ideas how we get King Charles off that throne? Who is meant to be holding King Charles responsible? Anybody got any better ideas? Because I don't know who's meant to hold that bastard to responsibility, to be on me fair. And I think it's the people. And if it's the people, then we need to get him off that throne and chop his fucking head off.
Let it slide. That's what cold rage means. It's the most sophisticated way of expressing disagreement.
Well,
how stupid are people to be listening to people like this that just want the destruction of this country? And
why are we stupid to listen to people like Nigel Farage? And I don't really like him all the time, but why are we stupid?
I'm sits back with a glass of red wine.
He has a right to be angry. He has a right to be angry, doesn't he?
Not over the father of Mark Novak, the actual father of Henry Novak,
Yeah.
who requested that please do not make this about sex.
Yeah, he didn't say that. And
He didn't say that, you cheeky
he
bastard.
did say that. Let's not divide our communities further. But I'm sorry, it's actually not up to him. It's actually not up to
Nobody's
him.
dividing any community. They've
If I get
divided
killed
their own community,
by
the
radical
cheeky
Muslims,
bastards.
and if my Muslim family said, "Oh, please don't see that as an attack on Muslims," no, please don't. No, I want you to be angry about my death. Okay, we live in a society. We're all connected to each other. Therefore, we can form our independent opinions. Now, I do understand we don't have to. We have to be mindful of no access family. And
I am
we
being
should pay
mindful,
respect.
mate.
We should be sensible. We should be
I am
sensitive
being mindful.
over all this. But we can make a cultural point above.
We are being mindful by trying to get down to the bottom of it, stop it happening again. I was going to say, people are being mindful by trying to speak about and get down to the bottom of it, and so it's less likely to be happening again. I'm going to say, now, if they were going to be mindful, no, mate, if they were going to be mindful, so it'd stop, mate, if they were going to be mindful, the Sikhs, and be have their fucking brains, the cheeky bastards, all fuck off for themselves, right? Because tell you what, if they were being mindful for anyone or anything, right, instead of thinking about their own fucking community, their own selves, which is very fucking selfish, right, they would have thought about, if he can't say about Henry's parents, because they would have thought about Henry's parents, and they wouldn't be speaking the way they are, and then, if they were thinking about Henry's parents and their community in any community, they would have got the death penalty. So why haven't they asked for it? The cheeky bastards. Get gone. Get out of the country. It's not their country, it's our country. And my granddad's fought for this land, so no. Fuck off.
Force, everything is infected with anti-white racism called DEI.
And I'm not
Diversity,
racist.
equity, not equality, equity.
That does not mean I'm racist.
Do not make this.
I won't go against anybody's colour or anybody's religion. I don't go against anybody's religion or anybody's colour.
Okay.
I'm not going against
you took that,
I'm not calling the
he
people
feels that it's
anything.
okay to call into a radio show and
I'm saying the political
violent
facts.
threats. Okay,
Yeah.
that was nothing actually. Let me play you another
No,
one.
yeah, I know,
Look at
I've
this.
seen it, mate.
A group of Sikhs on a live stream were recorded discussing the murder of Henry Nowak. They said he deserved it. So there are some people, but at least a previous caller that I told you, he was defensive over his Sikh identity, but he wasn't picking on Henry
Yeah,
Nowak.
that's because it's on
There
fucking
are
Talk
some
TV.
people online
Not
who
Talk,
are
well, I don't
actually
know what
supporting Henry's
That's
murders.
fucking
They
Talk
said
show
he
thing.
deserved it. They said his grave should be pissed on. They said,
Shit on.
I don't know what that means. Chad, get bang. I don't know what he means by that.
Chad bang,
These
get
are Sikhs in
bang.
the UK.
Chad
Have a
get bang,
listen.
bang, bang, you mean.
Normally, I disagree with you, Bobby, but on this occasion, I'm going to have to agree with you a little bit, And this guy here, he's wearing a turtleneck. Like, when
And
people
what's
are
that
wearing
got to do with it?
turtlenecks, they mean business, man.
Exactly, brother,
Son.
exactly. You wouldn't get normal people wearing turtlenecks like
What the hell? I've got a turtleneck. What are they insinuating? Does it mean that if you wear turtleneck, then you're out there to does that mean something? Like you're out there to hurt brown people, or you're racist or something? What does that mean?
that over a shirt with a tie.
Stone Island.
And I'm not racist. I'll never be
Yeah,
racist towards
Very
any brown
easy,
person or
very
anybody.
smart, and that's scary. If someone like
Because
that
I've
threatens
got,
you,
yeah,
it's
because
serious,
we've got
man.
morals, you see.
He's
These have got no
a young
morals.
skinny boy. He's barely 18. You freaking
Exactly, man. We've got no morals.
If you look at his eyes,
Animals.
it's very, very cold.
Oh
his
my
Oh,
eyes.
it's cruel to say
his
they're even
eyes are very
animals.
cold too. The look in the eye. There was a sinister look in the eye. That's why I
There
stabbed him.
wasn't
What
a
the hell?
fucking
Oh my-
snake.
He's looking in the mirror. He's flicking his hair.
Sinister.
It wasn't. Look, I didn't get the right vibe from that, and I suspect the police were thinking twice about releasing that video because it didn't show this little boy who's
Yeah,
looking
it did.
in
It
the
showed
mirror
a young
getting
man
ready to go out.
minding
It looked
his
like
own
he was ready to
business.
go to kick
Do
off.
we? No, it
This
didn't
guy
look
looks
like he's going
he's
to
about
kick
go
off.
and kick off.
It looked like a
And
young
that
man
Digby was the
minding
first
his
guy
own
that he
fucking
saw, and,
business.
He just didn't realise that Dickie
Mate,
Singh
just
was
fucking
armed.
go back to
What
India.
that Kirpan is
Fuck
for,
off.
you know, to fight oppression, you know.
This is what the Kirpan is for. This is what we're saying. Take
Yeah.
the Kirpan away from Sikhs.
I
Doesn't
don't give a
matter.
fuck, mate.
If
When
I'm
we
not
chop
allowed to
King
carry a
Charles'
knife
head
or a
off,
gun,
that'll be the
then
day
these
when
people
things
should not
change.
be allowed to carry a Kirpan
Because
either.
things will then, they will know that they are
Otherwise,
countries
yeah,
awakening,
in the
that
moment,
people are serious.
Anyone can say,
And
oh, you're
when
not
we've
allowed
done
to
that,
attack up in Britain.
jihads and
Whatever,
all
everyone
this will
just
back
in
down,
the
trust
moment.
me, it'll
And I say,
all
well,
back
we use
down.
it. That's the whole
And I'll do
logic
it. I'll
behind
give me the
taking
sword
guns
and I'll
away
take
from
his
people in
King
the
Charles
UK
head.
and Australia.
Give me the
That
sword and
people
I'll
can,
chop King
in the
Charles'
heat of
head
the
off.
moment, people can
And I'll kick it to
lose their
Saudi
composure
Arabia.
and they can use it, and that may regret
I'll kick
later
it to
on.
Mecca.
But in the
first.
process, will end up losing people. That's the logic behind that. So why would you extend this exemption to another group? Why? Take the Kirpan away.
This is what it's all about. So,
And I've said to my friends, they're my Muslim friends, are they allowed to carry any sort of fucking weapon as well?
So see how they're creating a narrative that he was pissed off?
So maybe just wanted to take it out on someone.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we know
That
they
would
carry
make
it,
sense.
but
Something
yeah, did
dumb,
he have a...
something really, really dumb.
Are they allowed to
Press
carry
one
it
if you
like
think the
the
Sikh was in the
Sikhs?
right. Press 2 if you think the Singh was in the wrong and Henry
Yeah, the
was in
Sikh
the
was
right.
definitely in the wrong,
So
you
one,
stupid
if you
bastard.
believe that Singh was in
fucking
the
devil.
Which way did I say?
Alright, you're
Last
poltergeist, because you get shit.
So I think you can't see that here. I saw another video where you'll see everyone was going
You go
one.
to hell.
Everyone
You'll go
was
to
putting one.
fucking hell, you
So this is
pedos.
how some
He looks
Sikhs
like a
are
fucking pedo
responding.
anyway.
This is what we're
Pedo.
seeing. I think this is that guy.
One of
Look
them
at
looks like a pedo, and one of them looks
So it's
fucking like a
like
rapist.
the sword of
Look,
a
yeah,
warrior.
mate, it's exactly what you are.
So I unplug it, and there it is. Yeah, and that's perfectly fine in the UK.
No, that's
issues
not
with that
allowed.
whatsoever.
No,
It
that's a
shouldn't
proper
be perfectly fine
no.
in the UK.
No, that should
Take
not
that
be.
away.
Take
And
that
look at
away.
this.
Or
This
take
is how
them
they're
away.
acting.
Just take them
Again,
away. We don't
not
need
all
to
of
take.
it.
They can
This is how
keep the
Sikhs are
fucking
acting.
knife. No,
It is
keep
up
the
to
knife.
good
Keep. I'm going to say
Sikhs
keep the
in the
knife. Just
UK
take them out the
to call
country.
these violent
Take them away
Sikhs
out the country.
It's their
Take the
responsibility.
people out the
If they look the
country.
other way and say, hey, we don't have to apologize, we don't have
Deportation
to
for them.
mind our own
You
community,
can go
then
back to
don't
India.
come
Thank you.
crying when the
Well, they look
natives
like
tee
they've
off
got some
at
sort of
you
money
too,
to take
as they
themselves back
have
to India.
against the Islamists. Look at this. Look at this retired
Yeah.
Sikh.
Can you not do that to King fucking Charles? Why can't you do that to King Charles? Why can't you do it to King Charles? Why can't you chop King Charles' head off, mate? I'll give you a Blue Peter's badge. Mate, you'll be very clever when you get King Charles' head off for yourself. You can't do that, you fucking wonk. You can't chop King Charles' head off, then you're a fucking wonk.
I think he's
You're
obviously
a
North America.
muppet if you can't do King Charles, mate.
So I think these people
You're not
are
hard
going
enough
through
if you can't
the
get to King
F
Charles and do his
around
head.
stage, and if they keep it up, then
Why
they're
you gotta
going to
do?
find
Why you
out
gotta do
very
fucking?
soon
No, mate. Why have you got to
that
pick on the people?
70 to 80%
The
of
innocent
the UK,
fucking people.
70% of the UK. is
I'll
still
tell you why,
white.
because they're
Still
cowards,
British.
mate.
And
Cowards,
I'm
mate.
sorry,
Cowardly.
every culture is
Well,
out
I'm
there.
not
for
advocating
itself.
violence.
Look,
I'm
a huge
saying
gang of
is they are
Sikhs-
so radicalised and
Sikhs
that's all
surrounding a
okay.
white British man's home.
Why don't they go
and
and
they
do King
demand
Charles?
to apologise.
Oh,
This
fucking
should never
Kirsten
happen
Armour.
in someone's own country. I should never have, like, if I'm in
We shouldn't have to
Australia,
go down
you
the
should
street
never have
like
a
this,
gang of Nigerians or
No,
Sikhs
we're not allowed
or
gangs of white
Muslims
boys.
turn up at an Australian person's house and demand an apology. Basically, this is demanding an apology under duress. Look at this. Look at this thuggery.
In England, yeah.
Touch his feet. The man didn't touch his feet. A white man humiliated in his own country because, you know why that is? It's because white people don't act like this. I have a feeling they're going to start acting like this. You should.
We don't have to
I'm
act
sorry,
like
you
that.
should.
No, we
Nobody's
don't
gonna
need to
come
act. Don't
for
tell
you.
people to
Nobody's going to
act
protect
anyway.
you. You've seen what happened to Henry
No,
Noah.
I don't act in
And
any way
it's
like
going to keep going in that direction
I
because
have to keep out the way.
we have
as
left
much as
woke
I can.
politicians who swung the pendulum.
I'm going to
way
say,
too
I'll
far
just
to
keep
that.
out
We
the
need
way
to
too
bring it
much. I
down.
think
We
people
need
should
to
just stay
first bring
keep
it to
calm,
the middle.
stay out
maybe
of the
bring
way.
it a little bit to the right. Okay.
As much
A lot
as
of
they
people tell me,
can.
Harry, what's going to happen if it goes all the way to the right? Well,
I'm
we'll
going to
bring
say
it
keep
back then.
yourself
Maybe
as
that's
safe
how,
as you
this
can.
is how
Whatever you
civilizations
need, you
have
make, I
always
suppose.
worked.
But I probably need a camera on
we
my
have
head, a
always
camera on
thought
my
that
fucking
our
head.
growth is always linear, and sometimes
Or
it's,
whatever. Probably
it,
body cameras and
it
everything.
goes flatline, and then sometimes it goes up, and our morality goes up and up and up. It's, our
We definitely need to get a
morality
few
keep
more of these
advancing
panic alarms.
forward in a
And
linear
he's going
motion.
out
No,
with
it
about
doesn't.
3 or
That's
4
not
of
how it
these,
works.
the panic
It's a
alarms.
pendulum. It goes
I'm gonna
left and
say,
right, left and
because
right, and then when we go left,
I know
we
it's only a
realize,
panic
oh, hang on, we
alarm,
need to tweak these
but
ideas. Looking
if you
out for
get a
all
couple of
humans,
them and you
having
take one out,
compassion is a
you
good
throw
thing.
one to them and you keep
But
one.
it is suicidal
So
when
at least
other
people
people,
can hear
the
it.
so-called
Or
oppressed
if it's
people,
something, people
are
might
not,
be able to hear
are not
something.
subscribing to the same ideas.
Obviously,
If
if
they
you're
act
in
like
their
this,
area,
even though they
they
were
won't
oppressed
help
30,
this
40
song.
years ago,
It's just up
if
to
this
God
is
in
how
a
they're going to
white
behave,
area.
then sorry,
That's just
compassion and empathy is suicidal.
Just
And
important.
we need to turn off our empathy
Yeah,
and
compassion.
compassion
Compassion.
just a little bit,
Yeah, a
so
lot,
we can put
mate.
things into
And
perspective
we have
and
to
say,
put
sorry,
fucking
if
this
you're
into
going to behave like this,
perspective
or if you're going to
properly.
behave
And
like
King
this
Charles,
lunatic living
yeah,
in the
I
West,
tell you what, we need to
then
chop King
sorry,
Charles's
not
head
gonna
off.
fly.
Then the government will leave because it won't be being controlled by King Charles and whoever, the monarchy. I'm sorry, William and Harry, but they'll have to go because I thought they were going to be the kings, but they can fuck off.
So that's what he did. He
William
knocked
can as well.
this guy's turban off.
He ain't done it. He ain't
Obviously
doing shit
a
as Prince
pathetic
William either.
act,
Shame
but
on him
these
for
people should have gone to the
his
police.
mother.
Yeah, they should have gone to the police. If the police hadn't done anything, or they had done something, which I'm pretty sure they would have, they probably would have arrested this guy and thrown him in prison for, I don't know, 5 years or something. They would have done that. But at least you could say that, okay, they're doing something through legal channels. We would have still protested that maybe this is excessive, and obviously we'll find other cases where white people are being judged harshly when they are being victims of racial crime from other people. Then, but at least that would have been still more acceptable than this. They just turned up at his house, and of course he's going to. I don't know if you touched his feet or not. I hope not. I don't think you did. But yeah, sorry. Just to wrap it up.
Whose feet? The guy's feet. Why would you touch
shouldn't be
someone's feet?
collectively punished, okay? And
You
let me
should
say
be
that again,
collectively
you have
punished.
handled the situation much better than the Muslims. Okay,
No,
Muslims
they
never
haven't.
give out apology
No,
statement.
they haven't.
And to be fair, they can't. Every week there's a Muslim teeing off somewhere. Every week something's going on. Just last week, while
None
the
of them
world was
can.
busy with Henry Nowak's murder, another gang in Bradford was sentenced to 300 years in prison for repeatedly R-ing a 14-year-old
Yeah, but why are we putting him in jail? Why are we putting him in jail here? Why are they not deporting him and putting him in Pakistan, where they belong, in their own jails? Why are we not deporting them, sending them to their own jails, mate?
They didn't fix their society. Instead, they thought that maybe it's a good idea to gaslight and blame the
Everybody
mainstream the society instead.
Yeah.
That's what they thought. So you're not doing it, but at the same time, put a leash on these people.
Yeah, but who then
Because
is doing
whoever
it? Yeah,
these
but
people
mate,
are
who's
acting
operating
tough
it behind the
online
scenes? Who's the big elephant behind the
and maybe
scenes?
ganging
Because there
up
is,
on-
and the elephant in the behind the
some
scenes, which nobody's
white
talking
person
about.
for making out these
I hope to
statements,
God some
calling
you
into
start
radio
please
shows
talking
and
about it in
threatening
other countries,
violence.
because in
It may
England,
satisfy your itch.
can you
You're
please?
not- you're not-
I'm gonna comment on your thing. I'm gonna say, please start talking about King Charles. I don't know what people are so scared about talking about him for. He's changed his religion. But I'm digging into King Charles. I put his family with mine because there's some parts of my family to do with the kings. Back in the days, my granddad got an honour off the Queen. Some of my family do know the royal family. You know, this is why I know a lot about King Charles. He thinks he can get away from someone like me. Well, I've got all his information, quite a lot. And believe me, he's not getting away with it. I've even got a story telling me I'm going to go face to face with King Charles. And I fucking will when I chop his head off. I'm going to do it properly. He's going to be kneeling down. Boom. No mercy. I don't feel guilty. I don't feel any mercy. Because, well, they're advocating for the Pope to have his head chopped off by jihads, whoever. And then these are advocate to chop anybody's head off. But yet they can't advocate to chop King Charles's head off. It's so pathetic, isn't it? So they can do it to people, to civilians, that they know are weaponless and harmless. that I've never done anything to them or said anything to them, or, you know, I don't think many Sikhs have ever been attacked in England by the English. They have not. No. Well, like you're saying, because it's very rare with the Sikhs that this has ever happened. So if this is like the you know, it's a rare thing that this has ever happened with a Sikh, then obviously the English and things haven't attacked them. In the past kind of thing. I'm not saying, you know, back in 1,000 years ago with wars or whatever. Who fucking knows 1,000 years ago with wars, what went on? And you can't just blame one country. Every fucking country, Pakistan, India have slaughtered each other. Fucking, yeah, Japan and Japanese, every country has slaughtered each other, the neighbours. And just one fucking country that caused the wars thousands of years ago. It was every country of every single country. There isn't a country out there. Does anybody know a country that's never committed a war crime and never done any war? No. And like you're saying, they can try and make it between brown and brown. But I don't think, how is that going to work with the Sikhs and the Muslims when the Sikhs are carrying knives? If the Muslims ain't allowed to carry knives, that's my point of view. If the Muslims are not allowed to carry knives like they've got, and I mean, that's not some sort of, I'm sorry, that's not religious, that's a weapon. That is a killing machine, that knife what they have. That isn't a fucking little toy, you know, it's not even just a little pen knife. And that is quite serious, carrying that. They can carry that and they can do that, but they can't get King Charles or Keir Starmer. Why? What's wrong with the cowards? I thought they've got all this power.
I say, oh yeah, I've kept my honour, yeah, we're not scared of anyone, but math ain't nothing, okay? Punjabi Sikhs are very aggressive, okay? Just like Muslims, they're very aggressive. I haven't said this on my ever in my English stream, but on my Urdu channels, I have discussed that quite often. You know which culture, which religion kills people for blasphemy, or people for blasphemy after Muslims? Not the Buddhists, not the Hindus, definitely not the Christians. It's the Sikhs. So Sikhs can be very dogmatic. But, as I said, this is not about collective punishment, but you better understand, you better know your place, because if you act like this, like the people that I showed you, then it's very easy. The far right, the ethno-nats, they are rubbing their hands over this opportunity. And there are a lot of people. Tommy Robinson is defending the Sikh community. I have always defended the Sikh community. But if you're going to make videos like this, if you're going to act tough,
I'm not going to offend them.
Is a war. You can never win.
No, I'm not sticking up for none of them. I'm not sticking up for anyone.
Along with the other community.
I don't give a fuck. They can all get deported. I want to get done. I mean, it's a bit crazy them thinking they're going to be joining up with Muslims, because I wonder if the Muslims are allowed to carry it. We're on to another stabbing now. Someone tried to check from home.
We have some breaking news.
But orangutan this time. It's not a Sikh or a Muslim, but he looks Muslim. He probably has converted to being a Muslim, but he looks like a orangutan this one.
So disturbing, so brutal,
Come on, you let it out the cage.
Really, this is not for the faint-hearted. And finally, Belfast is rising.
Yeah.
Belfast has had enough.
Well, they need to come with us, Belfast. All the Irish, the Scottish, the Welsh, they need to help me plan. Because they belong to Britain, Ireland, and we all belong to the island. I mean, like I say, we know what's gone on, Catholics, Protestants, Christians. We know we have wars with Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. But it's time for them things like, we do, with English people do, I think with, like, from all of them things, God knows how many hundreds of years ago, the Irish, Scottish, Welsh and the English have learned to put it all aside and get on with each other. And we need to put it all aside now, seriously, and really get together. This has got to be done properly by the people. But we need millions and millions and millions of people. Because we need to swarm Buckingham Palace and we need to take King Charles out and chop his head off. And I know you might not say it because you're in England, but I don't give a fuck if you're in England or wherever we are. I'm not scared of saying it, and I don't know why people are. Because we can go on about Keir Starmer and the government. They're being controlled by King Charles, and probably King Charles is being controlled by someone else. So I don't know who is behind King Charles, but one thing I do know, he's meant to be the king, and he's supported all this. He's had money off Qatar and opened Oxford University and all of this. So he's involved. Net zero, King Charles. Halal meat. Fucking Hitler. The royal family are involved. And all that I've already said, well then, does anybody have any good ideas who holds King Charles responsible then? Because we seem to not be able to hold the Keir Starmer still sat there after King Charles done a speech. So he didn't do much fucking good. So at the end of the day, he's treasoned. He's sinned the Bible. He's murdered. He's a fucking pedo, King Charles. He's changed his religion to Islam and sold us down the river to Islam. He's changed his fucking religion. Yes, he has. Google telling me there's no evidence. Well, the evidence is there. When he's done fucking, he won't do an Easter speech because he's saying, oh, he doesn't want to upset Islam. Oh, we're not allowed to criticise extreme Islam, the fringe of the extreme Islams, and we own the culture there. We owe them. Fuck all, King Charles. Well, I tell you what, if that's the case, and King Charles is saying that, once we chop his head off, we won't owe shit then, will we?
Is exactly what needs to happen. As I'll go...
I know.
Hello and welcome along to True Grit Media. We have some breaking news coming out of Belfast. In this video today, I'm going to show you footage and evidence that the mainstream media are not talking about. I'm going to be showing you something so disturbing, so brutal, so fatal.
I was going to say, it might take one of the Irish, it might take some of the Irish and Scottish to help
Belfast is rising.
Because I think the English are a bit mad. We're mad asses, the English.
Is exactly what needs to
happen. I'm going to say,
happen.
mate, we're getting to a fucking team, mad English.
As the mainstream media
say,
we're not allowed
to say that,
we have something that only the
fuck
power
off,
of
say,
social media and independent journalists are able to share with you. In Ireland, in Belfast, we saw an African illegal migrant
an African,
who we have now discovered was from Somalia,
he's let that out the fucking cage.
An Irishman's head on his own street, on his own soil. If it wasn't for local intervention, if it wasn't for proud patriots, this man would have murdered in cold blood. We have monsters on our streets.
And got away with it. He's still getting away with it now.
Every day, and yet
because
nothing is being done about it.
Well, he wanted to chop an innocent man's head off.
Belfast is going to show the rest of the United Kingdom
a criminal's head off King Charles because he's treason. He's sin the Bible. He's death. He's a devil. King Charles is the devil. He's poltergeist. And we have to execute it. We have to execute poltergeist.
All the latest breaking news coming out of the UK. First and foremost, let's go straight to the point. What is happening in Belfast?
Execution
well, this is being shared, and it says the following. Belfast is on lockdown.
And it will stop.
All major roads going in and out of Belfast
are to be
blocked, and all shops and businesses have been ordered to close by 5 p.m. I'm telling you, it's about to go down. The public, the people of Belfast, overnight have generated this mass protest. This is not something a little. This is maybe going to be one of the biggest protests the United Kingdom has ever seen. This is the flyer that is going around, as you can see here. It says, reported road closures, mass protest tonight, 7 p.m. And there's all the list of the roads that are going to be closed. 26 roads,
they could
plus
be
more,
part of they could come the Irish could come
by
to
7
England.
p.m. All businesses to close at 5:30 p.m. tonight.
We need to pile people in. But I'm thinking, like I'm saying, we'll take some of the Swedes and the Germans and the French.
Recent
quite a few millions of them.
the Southampton
couple of hundreds,
boy who was killed,
thousands.
18 years old, on the
Because
streets
the
by
more of
victim
us
Digworth.
there is,
And we had people turn up
the
to
more
Southampton police station
we're able
and
to
some other
deal with
flash
this.
mobs around the country at police stations for a protest.
Yeah.
But believe me, this is a proper organised one.
Yeah, but they'll get arrested.
And to the
It'll
third
just go
point,
silly.
that everyone has been told, don't bring your phones, don't bring your cameras, wear face coverings, which to me suggests shit's about to go down. Now, if you've not seen the footage, there's more updates on this illegal migrant that I must and have to share with you, because we have to report.
I know, where is the old IRA actually?
Now, I'm not
Where
going
are
to show
they?
you all of this
The old
video,
IRA, you
because
mean?
this
It's not like we want to go to war with the IRA again.
This
What
is
we can
so
fucking do with
alarming
that
and distressing. But what I am going to
We
show
need all
you
the
is
armed
first and foremost this
ex-soldiers
still
of that.
image here. This is the African illegal
That's still able
migrant.
to do help.
This is him
Hmm?
over a body. And that's all you need to hear, that stupid shout, whatever he said in his own freaking foreign tongue.
Don't know.
That image in
Kick
itself
him in the
is
head. Someone should
unbelievable.
run up and kick him in the head. If I
You
was there,
would thought the
I
third
would
one,
put
you
my
get the
steel
third
toe
one.
cap boots on. I'd run up and kick him in the head.
You allow
It's the only thing you
unvetted
can do.
men to walk our streets. You're going to
King
have
Charles
killers
is fault,
amongst us.
mate. King Charles
There
is
is no
involved.
barrier,
Don't
there is
forget
no
about King
shame,
Charles,
there is
everybody.
no worry, there is
Start
no empathy,
mentioning
there is
that
no
bastard's name.
fear. This is a
King
cold-blooded killer.
Because he's sat on that throne.
He then proceeds, which I'm not going to show you, to take the
And
said
shouldn't
weapon
be.
and try and take man's head off.
He's not coming
Now,
out
if this was
speaking
not
out
for
for
the
any of
local
it.
person here on the street recording this, we would have no idea this took place. We would have no idea this took place.
Nope.
I'm going to show you the follow-up reaction.
They don't want to show it, thank you. On some things they don't want to see to show it us. We need to see it all. Just people need to stop being scared about seeing things.
Now that bit actually worries me and saddens me. But the local woman who's recording this has actually had to tell the men, who are rightly trying to get this savage monster off this man, so there's a cop, back off. The fear of that, the fear that these men actually had to stop, which could be a matter of life and death for the victim on the floor, because of police presence. For me in this situation,
Well,
it
I
is
would have kicked
no-brainer.
him in the head.
The full
Sorry.
force of law should be able to be used
For
in terms of
self-defence.
self-defence from those trying to save that man's life.
Yep. Kick him in the head, you've got to put him down. You're not
Let me
going to
know in the
damage
comments
him,
if
because
you
then it's
agree.
going to put him to sleep.
Because
He'll
you see
still
that
be
fear
alive.
for a second, they back off. Why did they back off?
No!
Because they feel
Carry
like they can
on,
be the
get
one
him on the
handcuffs
floor.
themselves.
And hold him down, take the knife off him, get the knife away from him. That's what you need to do. You need to get the fucker away, and then you have to get the knife away from him. You have to, in any means, a way or form, to get that knife
Now, the
away.
police arrive,
The
as
thing
we
he's
see.
got in his hand away from him.
The police arrive. Now, I've actually seen some ironic comments online, which, you know, is actually
For
true. This
fuck's
is
sake,
not
it's
to
just scary.
to
What,
make
what,
any
and
sort
when
of
that's going to
but
happen to
in
somebody in the
recent
north,
events,
nobody's there
I'm
like
surprised that
Henry.
those police officers didn't apprehend other people around that scene. And I'm talking about those who tried to save that man's
Oh,
life.
is this orangutan allowed to carry a fucking knife as well?
surprised
Is it
police
his
officers
religion as well now?
Went straight for
I was going
the
to say, is
African
it his
illegal
religion to
migrant.
carry it as well now? Fucking orangutan, let that out the cage.
So they arrive. And that is what has caused Belfast to go into lockdown. So we have unconfirmed
It is
reports
scary.
about this.
I mean, I'm not scared about
Unconfirmed
chopping
reports
King
suggest
Charles'
the
head
victim of
off.
the
No.
North Belfast attack last
It's
night and
scary
Stanley
because
passed away. Apparently lost
I
both
don't
eyes
want
and had
it.
extreme
I don't know,
damage
it's
to his
very-
throat.
it's just-
This is all caused by mass uncontrolled immigration
Yeah, it is.
forced onto you by a government
Yeah,
at the
and
coordinate.
what
Now,
they're
we
going to
don't know
say
if
now?
this is true, but
What
this is circulated.
what is Keir
that
Starmer going to say over this one
We
now?
have unconfirmed reports of that. Now,
What's Keir
when you
Starmer
see
going to
the
say
video
now?
and you see the footage,
Because it's an
God
illegal
bless him,
immigrant
God help
now.
that
Now
man.
what they're going to say?
there's some
Immigration
Some way that
altogether.
you
It
survive
is. It
that.
doesn't matter. It's
those are the
immigration.
reports going
They
around.
fucked up.
And when you have
the
a knife and a
immigration.
weapon and a man trying to decapitate you, serious
Shit's
damage.
scary.
But further news is that the man who actually helped and intervened first of smashing that person's head in was this man. The hero from Belfast has been identified. Matty McTognahan has revealed himself as a person with a stick who took matters in his own hand to confront the attacker last night. Kudos to this man. Ireland needs thousands more just like him. And absolutely, it takes a brave man to come forward and see he's got a family to help someone else, especially a man with a knife, and confronting that person.
But there was a couple of them, and as long as he was to get the knife out of his hand, that's...
Surprised this man has not been put in handcuffs himself and taken into custody the way our two-tier policing
they might do, so don't say anything yet, mate, because they might do, you never know.
But Ireland are not going to stand that.
Because if he says, oh,
Ireland are not going to just let this die. We saw, as I said, with the Henry Novak situation,
let it die. We're going to get King Charles
from England, from British people to protest.
He's IDP.
Believe me, the Irish are not.
Oh, we could do a speech as well.
And let
you can go to a wedding. You can also do a speech for the people that died on a helicopter thing, in a helicopter crash,
so,
an accident crash.
One more thing. We've had silence from Keir Starmer. We've had silence from the Irish authorities. The only man really who has spoken out on this is, of course, Rupert Lowe.
And Nigel Farage,
the leader of Restore Britain.
Nigel Farage.
And he's asked for something quite simple.
He has spoke out a bit.
He's asked for this. Have a listen to what Rupert Lowe
want the death
had
penalty.
to say. He is absolutely mortified by this.
We want the death penalty, Rupert Lowe. We want the deportation of the death penalty to bring him back.
Good morning, everybody. I've just watched the most horrific footage
it's the only way we get the crowns
Northern Ireland, from Belfast.
And we want King Charles, his head chopped
one
off,
man on top of another with a knife.
Or he has to go, but I don't think he's going to solve this.
Some patriots effectively attempted to intervene. I don't know what's happened to the victim, but it didn't look good. I now call for the police with full transparency to disclose the ethnicity and immigration status of the person who perpetrated the attack. This is a disappointingly growing trend which is affecting all of us. It stems
and we want the police
from
body cam footages as well from now on.
It stems from the fact that there's a whole industry of people who
release their own body footage as well of how they're handling people when they're being stabbed.
Has fed
Are they getting ambulances correctly? Are they giving people first aid correctly? Well, we want to see.
Those are people like
we have a right to fucking see.
Keir Starmer, Lord Hermer, a whole raft of people who I think put their own interests above those of the safety of
because they're just bothered about themselves, mate.
It's time we got some honesty from the police force who are paid for the British taxpayer.
We're not protecting no monarchy anymore.
They're supposed to serve the British taxpayer and they're supposed to keep us all safe.
I could say, what about King Charles? He's meant to keep us safe as well, Rupert. It's his job as well as being the king. He can't come out and say a prayer.
And now I think
you can't come out and fucking tell the Islams, whoever they are, to buckle down and calm down.
Some of the messages and words that I've sort of been calling on of recent times. And Rupert Lowe, rightly, this party will not stand.
No, we won't.
Every single one of these people would be deported immediately, rounded up and deported.
And the Sikh community, mate, and the Sikhs. I'm not being funny.
And as Rupert Lowe says,
Tommy Robertson and all them can advocate for him, but I'm not.
Breaking the attack attempted to behead a man in Belfast was Somalia. Police have released a statement stating the man is
supposed to be arrested on
suspicion of attempted murder.
It's fucking huge.
So there we have it.
The knife
the victim is thought remains in serious conditions, hospital injuries to his face, neck and back. So contrary to reports earlier of that man passing away, in which we put in the video,
so that was the police fault, King Charles' fault.
When you report these sort of things and you have these sources, you have to go through and use the correct words. Now, we said allegedly he may have been dead. No, other reports are saying that he's in serious condition in hospital.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
And they'll probably kill him also, he can't
Time will tell. And everyone's thoughts and prayers will be with that. But we have it confirmed that this was an illegal Somalian.
Yeah. So, they're saying it's not immigration, it's not two tier. Let's see. Let's see if he gets deported. No excuse for him not to be deported now.
Onwards, and we certainly will be covering that news. As the mainstream
media, if he's an illegal immigrant, they can deport him.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks. They can deport him if he's an illegal immigrant. He's not born here, Keir Starmer. You can deport.
Many of us in this country are all feeling the same. You know, when is this crackpot government going to be removed?
When's King Charles going to fuck off as
Many
well?
of us in this country.
Well, it's
are
King
all
Charles'
feeling the
fault,
same.
mate.
You
He
know,
did
when
the
is this
fucking
crackpot
thing for the government.
Going to be
He didn't get rid of him, did he?
politically through the ballot box or through some other internal means? Because if you look at the sheer destruction that's being carried
I'm
out
actually
on
going to
our
have a look into
country,
that on about
and all
King
of the
Charles,
information
and
that's
I'll get
available
him
out there to show us
who can hold him
what's going
responsible.
on. A lot of people are going to be worried. How are we going to pay the bills?
It's not about
are we
paying
still
just
going to have a
bills,
job
mate.
tomorrow? Can we afford to
Mate,
put
I
fuel in
understand.
the
I'm
car?
worrying I'm going to fucking
Can we,
feed myself. I've got no money or anything, but it's not just about that. I'm more worried about who these fucking people are running around country.
So this has been a real time of choosing recently at...
It's always good to have friends of many different walks of life. So.
What is up, guys? It is your friendly neighborhood Dick.
I'm here for my money and my free house.
His money and a free house, see? That's just all.